You know, you talk about when you went to orphanages, and certainly being Ukrainian is an important part of who you are. Why is that?
It was an important part of who I was when I was very young. I stayed with the church. I spoke Ukrainian for the first 7 years of my life. But then when we went into foster care and my father went to prison and then later on in the boys' home, the community never came to help the boys. There were 3 of us, and they never came. And I was pretty pissed off later on in life, because when my father was dying of cancer, he had asked me to go to the church for Easter. And my mother, we were really poor. I mean, we were on welfare and the whole thing, but she dipped some eggs in yellow, green, orange, and whatever, and put them in a basket, and we went out to the church, and we were outside in the yard after the service to get the baskets blessed. And people walked by and looked at my mother's basket, and nobody gave her a nice, colorful pysanka. And I went, you know what? I looked at her, I said, I don't want to be part of this. And my father was there, and I said, I don't know why you pushed me to do this. I don't want to be part of it ever again. And I walked away, you know, and I mentioned it in Hey Malarek, and holy moly, my mother's got buckets full of beautiful pysanka when people sent them. And she's very happy with them. But I got reconnected in the community through Toronto. I ran into Andriy Bandera, who, well, I used to get phone calls at the Globe Mail. Are you Czech? Are you Slovak? Are you Russian? Are you Polish? Are you Romanian? Then this one guy called and said, are you Ukrainian? And I said, well, I'm Canadian, but yeah, Ukrainian background. And, you know, they got me involved in a few things, but I got involved in dancing with the Chornomorські козаки on Christie Street. And I walked around during this caravan, and I looked at all the great groups out there, and the worst group was the Chornоморські козаки. So I figured, I could be as bad as that. And I actually worked out, and we became the best group after about 4 years, 5 years. But it got me into the community, and then I started to write things that I thought were important news pieces, investigative pieces. For example, on Duranty, the guy who won the Pulitzer Prize, who lied about the famine in 32, 33. So I would write these pieces and then get involved in things, but I always sort of step back as well, because I like to look at situations and look at the community and whatever, but I still have this thing inside me that says, be careful, you know, be careful. But I'm very proud of my heritage. I've done a few documentaries on Ukraine, and the documentary on the Canada mission for...
that you did for W5.
Yeah, for W5.
And the orphans that you also did for W5.
The orphan and the little boy who lost his legs and his arm. And 2 of them won Canada Screen Awards as best show, best documentary. So I'm very proud of doing those kinds of things. And in writing Orphanage 41, it's trying to say, look, this is what's going on.